Welcome back to another review by Mega Train Lover. Today we are having a look at another locomotive, and as you can see it's by Hornby, and you can probably tell from the locomotive inside the box, but this is a GWR 3800. If we turn to the side, you can see its product code is R3006 and it's a BR38XX or 3800 class, number 3864. And it's weathered as well, and you can see it was £95 and it was pre-owned, but pre-owned doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it's a load of junk. This one is actually in really good condition. Despite it saying DCC ready, it is actually it has been fitted. Now, a bit of history. The 3800s were basically a slightly improved variant of the 2800s. Both of them were the standard heavy goods engines on the GWR, and I think over 200 of these were made. Well, not entirely sure how many exactly, but there were loads of these made, and they were made over fairly long. I think they were made over about 40 year period. The first one was outshopped in 1903, and it was the first steam locomotive in Britain with a 280 wheel arrangement. And the last one I think was outshopped sometime in the 1940s, but I know there is one preserved. There is one example preserved at the Didcot Railway Centre, which was built in 1940. However, there are, along with that, there are about 20 or so of these. I think there's almost 20. I think there's about 15-20 of these preserved, but there are quite a few preserved. I know there's one on the Severn Valley as well, which is 100 years old this year. But anyway, so the locomotive has already been out of the box, and I've DCC'd it, given it a run in, but I've just put it back in the box for the review. If we turn to the back, there isn't any information as such. I brought this at my local model shop, which is Change Trains. Advertisement, please visit them. But basically, as you can see, it's got the BR early emblem, and it is weathered as well. But let's open the locomotive. So let's slide the outer sleeve off, put that to one side. The locomotive comes out. Let's put the outer box here. And now the locomotive is in the ice block packaging, so we just pull that out rather tight, but it does come off fairly easily. And then you lift the flap, and be careful because the tender and the engine are connected. In this instance I haven't deconnected them, but it's not too hard to handle. So let's put the locomotive down, and let's put the final part of the packaging to one side. Now let's get the locomotive up like so, and here she is. Wow. Just look at that. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Where do I start? Well, for a start, the weathering effect is brilliant. Might not be to everybody's taste, but in my opinion it just looks amazing. Where do we start? Let's start at the front. So you get sprung buffers on all four corners, so on both the front of the locomotive and on the back and the tender as well. Just look at those wheels. You can see it is a 280, so you've got the two pony truck wheels at the front, and then the 8 driving wheels in the middle. Well, 8 driving wheels, but there's no wheels at the back behind the driving wheels. But it just looks, even standing, it just looks so powerful. I mean, wow, it's amazing. You got the little footstep just beneath the smoke box door there. Very, very characteristic look of a GWR engine. You got the tapered boiler as well, typical of the GWR. Typical GWR safety valves. You've got the 2 whistles at the back. And even the valve gear here is typically GWR. And I love how, if we just turn inside. I love how there's sort of a dummy inside motion. That is a brilliant touch. It's not just, you know, left all black there. It is actually, it is properly detailed. It doesn't move or anything like in real life. It would be very nice if it did, but I mean, that's just brilliant. You get the reversing bar there. Being a GWR loco, it is right hand drive. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the cab, which is absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Clearly see the regulator and the firebox door. You can also see the regulator, not the regulator, the reverser on the right. You can even see the brake, all the dials, basically everything. It's just a beautifully well detailed cab. There's its number, 3864. And there's the connection between the loco and the tender. So the decoder does go in the tender. Let's turn the loco to the other side, so just being very, very gentle. You do have to be gentle because it is very well detailed. There are some places where it's very well detailed. You get handrails along both sides, and it kind of curves around the top of the smoke box, and you even get a lamp iron on the smoke box, and even these smoke box darts are separately fitted. You get loads of riveting, loads and loads. Just look at that, all along the running plate. Even the tender is just full of rivets. It is absolutely brilliant. You even get all this pipe work under the cab, which is a really nice touch. One thing I have noticed is that just there, sort of there, the motor does actually protrude quite a bit into the firebox, well, beyond the firebox rather. But to be honest, it's not too aesthetically, doesn't let it down aesthetically too much. I can kind of overlook that because the inside is just so well detailed. Just noticed you do get the wheel splashes as well, and you get the steam pipes which lead down to the cylinders. The brake rods I had to fit myself, but it does make the locomotive look all the more nicer. And let's look at the tender now. So you get the British Railways early emblem, and the tender as well is weathered and very well detailed. You even get the water scoop just there, as you can see. The coal load, I do think it is removable, but I'm not going to attempt it. However, it does look really nice. All this detail on the tender is separately fitted, and you have to be very careful because it is very, very delicate. You get the water filler cap, and the sprung buffers, as we already discussed. You also get NEM couplings, both at the rear and the front of the engine. Now, at the front I've removed it because it just looked a bit odd, to be honest. I know I can fit a front coupling, but I'd rather not, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it's your choice really. But wow, I mean, there's no words really. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Everything, the cab detail, the external detail, tender detail, loco, everything is just wow. I can hardly fault it. I would say the only slight criticism is the fact that how the motor does slightly protrude into the rest of the engine, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Yeah, I'm trying to find something bad about this engine, but nothing really. Nothing comes to mind. It's too nice. Well, let's just have one last look around the loco. I mean, just look at that. The whirring noise you can hear in the background is my fan, because it is an extremely hot day. I do apologise if it is a bit distracting, but I have no choice. If I don't put it on, I'd probably melt here, but yeah. Anyway, let's just wow. Just wow. Honestly, I can't say anything else. She's beautiful. And now let's see. I think the only thing left to do is to see how she performs, because I do want to see. I'm sure you want to see this heavy goods engine in action as well. Here we have the Hornby BR 3800 on the track, and wow, as you can see, she just looks magnificent. Anyway, let's select her decoder number, which in this instance is number 56, and let's go some power, and off she goes. Wow. So I've set the controller to halfway, but obviously she's not very fast. But then again, she is a goods engine. So you know, goods engines weren't built for speed, especially this one. This one being built for, you know, heavy haulage. But I suppose we can speed it up a little bit. Yes, there we go. Wow. Let's get a few run bar shots. So yeah, as you can see, all in all, she is running beautifully. Just look how the valve here, and the valve here is just moving back and forth, typical of the GWR. Absolutely brilliant. So just to conclude this video, I highly recommend her, especially if you're a GWR modeler. She is absolutely essential. But wow, she's just powerful, smooth running, and just all round beautiful inside. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next review. Goodbye.